For those of you who don't know me, my name is Craig. I'm a retired middle school science teacher. And about 5.5 years ago, my life changed rather dramatically when my wife Tonda was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. For those of you who know Tonda, you know that her energy and her enthusiasm for life is off the charts. You also know she's a fighter, and we fought back the best we could. When she could no longer ride her bike, we got a tandem. She does Pilates with her daughter, and at home she does yoga, we walk, and together we've tried to learn as much as we can about this awful, incurable disease. In fact, it was in Charleston that we first heard about Rock Steady Boxing, but it seemed at a Parkinson's convention, it seemed almost too good to be true. We were hearing things about a slowing of motor degeneration, even an improvement of motor skills, improvement in stability, balance, posture, speech, a reduction or elimination of some tremors, reduction of medicine, and just an overall improvement of quality of life that was just sounded too good to be ignored. So when we returned home, my intention was to find a gym, a rehabilitation facility, a hospital, somewhere where Tonda could participate in this new program. But there was nothing. There wasn't anything in the state of South Carolina at the time. There wasn't anything in North Carolina. There wasn't anything in Georgia. It just wasn't around. So I did a little more looking. I went to their website of the Rock Steady Boxing, which is based in Indianapolis, and I found that the program had been around since 2006. It had been around long enough that it had caught the attention of the University of Indianapolis, who had done some fairly prolonged studies of the effects, which seemed to mirror what we heard in Charleston. So I thought about it a while, and I finally told my wife, I'm gonna fly to Indianapolis and I'm gonna get trained. We'll devote one of our bedrooms to a Rock Steady boxing gym, and we'll work on this together. It wasn't too much longer after this that my daughter Jennifer said, Dad, I want to go too. Jennifer has been a health fitness professional most of her adult life, and so together we flew to Indianapolis, enrolled in their coaches training regime, and it was there that things changed again. We were both astounded and profoundly moved by what we heard, by what we saw, by what we experienced there in the gym. First, the Parkies themselves had stories of just incredible life quality improvements. There were patients of all stages, from early onset, mid-30s, to low 90s in a wheelchair. But it was probably the experience of being there together with them during a workout. Their spirit, their courage, their determination, their support, their humor, it was life-changing. And Jennifer and I flew back home profoundly moved. At this point, I tried to assure Jennifer there's no expectations. You've got a life and a family and a lot going on. You think about it, pray about it, and we'll see what happens. As it turns out, Jennifer's about as hard-headed as her mother. And with 2 teenage sons, a husband, and a small business to run, Jennifer hit the ground running. She was just a dynamo. And between track meets, baseball meetings, school activities, household duties and chores, and Pilates lessons, she has made Rock Steady Boxing Greenville a reality. In fact, it happened so quickly, it kind of made my head spin. I had 1,000 questions, concerns, And finally, I realized if this is the direction my life is going to take, to be involved in a program like this, it's a pretty good direction for one's life to take. And so Jennifer has already outfitted her studio with the basic equipment that we need to start classes. However, it's the unanticipated, unexpected, hidden costs that sometimes are a little overwhelming for us both. And so if you would like the opportunity to help Rock Steady Boxing grow and become a thriving, established gym in Greenville, this is your opportunity.